Okay. Now we're talking about like characters like who will take the mantle and stuff. Like, okay, which version of characters do you say like, okay, this one I actually fucking hate this version of this character because like this.
Game wise,
Game wise, story wise, movie wise, I don't know.
oh, movie wise, I, it's just that how they are portrayed.
Like I see you have a lot of repetition because you can, man.
I mean,
Because you're like he's my boy.
that's my boy, man. That's my boy, and they did my boy dirty.
To make Reptile look like that though.
Why you mean Godzilla? What the fuck?
I mean, I'm just saying I don't mind seeing Reptile look like an actual reptile. I don't mind that. But it's like I know some people really get upset at that.
But
It's case in point, this guy right next to me. Oh hi, what's up? We're back because we're talking off screen and shit again. It was like, you know what? Let's start the recording already because I don't know.
Just nice conversations.
We have nice conversations because we were talking about like stuff that we have either skipped over or we were thinking, why the fuck did you do that?
Why would you do this? Why would you do this to us and the fans?
I know for you one of them was like Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, like when they killed off Liu Kang.
Yeah, because that was so unexpected. Because I had bought it when it not when it came out, but that I guess later on, a bit later. But I was excited because it was like a new Mortal Kombat game for me, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play as my favorite characters, Liu Kang, so and so. And then I see the intro movie to it, and
It destroyed you.
it destroyed me having to see Liu Kang getting his neck snapped. I was like, you know what? He's still gonna be playable, right? Like it's just part of like the movie or whatever. It's just story, right? And then I didn't see him in the character selection screen at all. I was like, well, shit.
I'm not gonna see him.
I'm not gonna see him for who knows when.
And I know that. Oh no, he did come out of Deception. No, he was.
Yeah, he came out in Deception.
I mean, yes, but no. You know.
Yes, but no. It didn't feel right, but I was happy to see him. But in Deadly Alliance, it was like I have to use somebody else for once. I have to switch up, and I believe that was I get the first time I head towards Scorpion a lot more. I used to use him in the classic games, in the arcade games, but in Deadly Alliance, I knew like he was like, you know what, this guy is also like one of my favorites, so I'm gonna main him, and I think that's when it all started. But Deadly Alliance for sure was like a what the fuck kind of game for me personally because they killed off my favorite character.
I mean, I actually hate it when that happens. Like for me, it's like, fuck, they killed my favorite character, but now I gotta use someone else. Thankfully, I always have like a backup.
Yeah, I didn't have a backup at then.
For me, I always have a backup. It's like, okay, like this guy died. Like, okay, at least I know how to use this character now.
Like Scorpion was my backup, but he became my main backup ever since that game.
I don't know what's gonna happen like in the future. Like once you know shit's gonna change. Like in Mortal Kombat, once like if in one Mortal Kombat game both Sub Zero and Scorpion are not in the game, trust me, that's when shit's gonna be changed.
Oh, that's when Mortal Kombat's gonna be like, what is this game now?
Like what's going on now? Like there's where's the boom factor?
Where are the icons of the game?
Shit.
Where are the main characters of that series? I know Liu Kang is the main character of the story, but the main characters of the entire franchise are Sub-Zero and Scorpion. And if they take it, I don't ever thought about like seeing them not in the picture or in the cover of a Mortal Kombat game. That'd be
weird.
That'd be very weird to me. I wouldn't think it'd be Mortal Kombat without them. To be honest.
That's for me. Like, yeah, that's true. Like, I wouldn't see like Mortal Kombat anymore.
I mean, I can see Raiden and Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, but it's like you need the ninjas. You need the main ninjas there that really made the franchise what was or what is. And if you don't have them, it's like, whoa, the fuck? It's just like a huge ass curveball thrown at you. And it's like, how you gonna
do that to me?
how you gonna do that to me? And then how would you replace these characters?
That's true. Like that's one thing I always figure out. Like when they decide to like kill off or switch up a character, like what did they think? Like how are we gonna replace it?
I mean, you will normally think like, oh, okay, just generations, right? Generations of Sub-Zero passing on, and Scorpion never dies because he's already dead. And he just keeps coming back. And But you think of Sub Zero like, oh, who's gonna be the next Sub Zero? Like, what makes this Sub Zero Sub Zero? Like, cause you have the original one, then you have Kuai Liang, who's the Bihan's brother. But then you don't know who's next after that. And it's like, well, what's gonna happen to Sub Zero then?
Yeah, that's a question. Like, I was wondering, what's gonna happen? Like, once they decide to, you know what? Let's stop using this character. Let's switch in for another one.
I mean, I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
I mean,
But
like, that's what you.
that's a big what if.
That's what we're hoping. What if?
That's a big what if in the Mortal Kombat series. Like, what if you didn't have these characters anymore? What will become of the series, or how would you say, you know what, this is a good replacement, and I think they're gonna fit very well. It's like, we don't need very well. We need a good one. We need an actual good one, because if it doesn't sit well, you're fucked.
You're gonna get really big backlash. If that
You're gonna
happens.
get huge backlash from your characters, from your fans. Sorry, and you don't want that. You especially don't want to kill off one of the iconic characters. I mean, Sub-Zero technically already died once.
I mean,
Technically?
yes and no. You could say that yes and no, because he died, but not
I
really.
mean, he became a revenant, then was brought back to life. But like, if you permanently kill him off, it's like, eesh. You better bring a good a better substitute for him. And I don't think that's a better substitute for Sub-Zero. First of all.
That's true.
So you better bring something good to the table. Why?
For me, I think that one person that, not for Sub-Zero, like for Scorpion, the one that could be a good replacement if it ever happened would be Takeda.
Oh yeah, Takeda
I think Takeda would be a pretty good like
because
a pretty good like replacement if it ever happened for Scorpion. I think Takeda would be like the one who could take his mantle.
yeah, because it's already established that it's his student.
Yeah, he already trained with
He
him.
already trained on the Scorpion, and it's established that I guess we will consider Takeda like Scorpion's best student or his only student, as far as we know. And he obviously uses like his whips.
Yeah, for me, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Like
Um,
for me, if I had to choose one character to be like, hey, this one's gonna be
A
your
successor?
like a successor,
Yeah.
or someone who will be like, this is gonna be the mantle for Scorpion, I would choose Takeda.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I will agree with that one. Takeda does seem to be
Fuck.
the perfect suitor
Yeah, I think I would say,
For-
ow, son of a bitch, no.
for Scorpion.
Yeah, for
If
me,
he ever needed
yeah,
a successor.
For me, it would be Takeda, because you know, like you train with him, and it's like for me, like that's like really fucking cool. Knowing that you were trained by motherfucking Scorpion.
Oh hell yeah! Dude, imagine Takeda with a fucking ninja suit.
Oh, don't get me started.
That'd be fucking awesome,
I'd like
dude.
to see that.
That'd be fucking awesome. And but yeah, and then you have you have Sub-Zero, and it's like, well, Frost was supposed to be his successor, but
But you know how that shit went.
you know how that turned out. And you know, if you could switch the story, like if they make another reboot, which is most likely what's gonna happen, if you actually made Frost a good student and was willing to become the successor, then you know, I'd be down for that. You know, I guess a female Sub-Zero, which is already established. And it's like, if it goes down that path, then at least make Frost a badass. Make Frost as badass as Sub-Zero was, or more deadlier.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. I'd be happy with that. Although I really would miss Sub-Zero like a fuck ton. Because who wouldn't?
How many fucking dudes are there?
Just keep running, my man.
My God, I just
Ow.
noticed there's a lot of metric dudes here.
But
Die, bitches.
I hope you don't replace Sub-Zero, first of all. But I guess the only option there would be either Sub-Zero's son, if he had one, or Frost. I think that's the only options for a successor. I don't see anything else happening for him if they don't come up with something new. Unless he was fucking eternal, then yeah, fuck that, right? But I don't see that happening.
What if he turned like into Cyber Sub-Zero though? I mean, because honestly, Cyber Sub-Zero was pretty cool. Dude.
I mean, yeah, he was pretty cool in Mortal Kombat.
No pun intended. no pun intended. He was
intended,
he was cool.
If he was Cyber Sub-Zero, then yeah, that'd be cool. But like, what if he was destroyed? Then like, what if he got killed off? Like, still the same story.
That's true. Like,
Like, would they just put his soul in another machine, and then he be that way he'd be immortal in some way, or what would they do with him?
I don't know, but that's up to NetherRealm, like what they want to do.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, what would they do in that scenario?
Okay, now we're talking about like characters like who will take the mantle and stuff. Like, okay, which version of characters do you say like, okay, this one I actually fucking hate this version of this character because like this.
Game wise?
Game wise, story wise, movie wise, I don't know.
Oh, movie wise. Don't bring up the movies, my man.
Let me
So-
Liu Kang.
So in the recent Mortal Kombat movie, for anyone who has watched it, if we were hoping for Liu Kang to be the chosen one that we all love and adore, don't expect that in this movie because he's a total bitch.
Jay has a really bad feeling for this Liu Kang.
He's not a chosen one. He's
A dude.
he's just a dude. He's just a monk that fights alongside the
The real chosen one.
the
Even the real chosen one.
the real chosen one, Cole, who has little plot armor as his superpower. That really is stupid. They had Liu Kang there. He was ripped. He had the outfit. I actually kind of like the outfit.
Do you like his outfit more from the original one or from this one?
I like the outfit more from the original one because it was a better representation because he's always shirtless.
Badass.
He's always like a
Badass.
badass shirtless fighting monk. And although the original didn't have like his fireballs, at least he was more aggressive, I guess you could say. Than this one. I mean, this one they have fireballs, but he really didn't accomplish anything with them. he got destroyed by Sub-Zero, which in this movie he's a total badass.
Oh yeah,
I love Sub-Zero in this movie.
this Sub-Zero, which for me it's like I think that's how Bihan would fight.
I guess this is the best representation of Sub-Zero, of Bihan at least, because
Yeah,
I guess
just
Kuan Liang is a little more peaceful.
yeah. For me, this is more of a better representation of Bihan.
But Bihan is a straight up murderer.
I mean, kind of lets you show how much he does as Noob Saibot though.
Yeah, and he just gets destroyed by Sub-Zero, which I really didn't mind because Sub-Zero was basically put out as a merciless guy, which is cool, but they just made Liu Kang a total chump, my dude. He looked so, I guess, not threatening at all. He was. You would look at him as like he's a total pushover. he can't do much. He'll do something, but you won't feel threatened by him.
Wow, that's a pretty hard accusation. Holy shit.
Because he just didn't do anything. He saw his friend die and didn't do anything about it. Kung Lao again dies.
But he gets his bandana.
Nah, man. Nah. Doesn't do shit.
But he gets his bandana.
That's just an accessory, my man. He doesn't do shit. He quote unquote kills Cabal. Just burns him, but I don't think he's really dead. Maybe he has he has extra burns.
Maybe he has an extra life on him.
Maybe he has an extra life or an extra round going on, but he really doesn't die, in my opinion. I thought when he summoned the dragon, spoiler alert, he summons the dragon with his fire. I thought he was like, okay, here we go, like the big fatality of the movie. He's gonna eat Cabal up, but no, he just like the fire just goes through him and that's it. Cabal just falls down, face first, and it's like, yeah, fatality.
Come on, like I'm dead.
I win.
Come on, like oops, I'm dead.
It was like, no. I guess, like, the portrayal of Liu Kang, I mean, yes, he's a peaceful monk, so that's why he doesn't, I guess his fatalities are not as violent as you would think.
Oh, come on, you need violence.
You need violence in Mortal Kombat, but I guess Liu Kang is always portrayed as the peaceful monk who doesn't want to kill. But you just saw your friend die, and you're pissed. You just want to kill anybody, like the people responsible for this, right? Especially in the Mortal Kombat movie, you just want to kill that person, and you technically do it, but in a non-violent way. you don't do what you were supposed to do.
You're not fulfilling your duty.
You didn't do it right. You didn't make my champ, my chosen one right. You did him dirty. Oh god, you made a character who's not even in the main series, the super chosen one who guides the characters through the movie. And Liu Kang follows orders apparently from this random guy, not even from Raiden, because Raiden is he's non-existent in this movie. He's total ass, and
God, what an asshole.
he's just a total ass. And Liu Kang, you know what? I'm just gonna follow him because I guess he's the chosen one. He knows exactly what to do, and I'm just gonna beat up some bad guys, and that's basically what happens. He has to do it because it's plot. And it's not I know he says he does it for Kung Lao, but he stood there as Kung Lao died once again, and he wanted to help, but he was like, you know what? Cole said no, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna help Kung Lao. I'm not gonna throw a fireball, my powerless fireballs at Shang Tsung and prevent him from killing my friend. No, I'm just gonna stand there. I'm gonna go through the portal and wait for my chance to get my revenge. That's not Liu Kang. That's a total chump. That's a total pushover, and I think the original Liu Kang could whoop the new Liu Kang's ass.
Really? I mean, I do believe you that.
Yeah, if you put them in the fight, based on how they're portrayed in the movie, I think the original would totally beat the new one's ass. Cause it's just that how they are portrayed.
I see you have a lot of reputation against Liu Kang, man.
I mean,
because you're like, he's my boy.
That's my boy, man. That's my boy, and they did my boy dirty. I expect that a lot from, I guess, how they showed him in the trailers. Like they show him like all like this badass coming from the sunset, and like, yeah, hey, this is Liu Kang, this is the guy. And then he does this stupid pose when he introduces, I am Liu Kang. I am part of the Shaolin Order. What the fuck is that? What the fuck, dude? Just for like, yeah, guy, hey, you were supposed to confront him, and then he looking like a total badass, like, oh, you have come here, like, why are you here? And somebody was supposed to challenge him, and then he reckoned anybody who challenged. I think it was supposed to be Cole, who would challenge him, like, hey, like, what are you doing here? And then Liu Kang just bodies him, but no, he just introduces him. He throws away his skirts. It was like, I am Liu Kang, like, oh, no. No.
How would you feel like Liu Kang should have been introduced though? Like, how do you think he would be introduced?
Like how he should have been introduced?
Like how do you think he would introduce himself though? Like how do you think he would do that?
I don't think he would have been the one being introduced. Like I think somebody else would have introduced him. Like I guess like Raiden would have introduced him. Like this is Liu Kang. This is the guy. Like this is the main.
This is the guy.
This is the guy who we've been training for years. He's the top guy of the Shaolin Order, and he's our best chance for this situation. And then he'd be doing like cool stuff, like kind of like how Kung Lao entered the movie, how he made his entrance like with the teleport thing. Like something like that, but just a little more, I guess. Like like if you see Liu Kang, it's like, oh yeah, this guy is that one guy.
He's that one guy.
He's that one guy that is gonna, like, I can depend on, like, this guy. I want to fight alongside this guy. But no, he comes out like a secondary character, and it's like, you know what? I'm part of the movie. I'm here, guys.
I'm here just so people shut the fuck up.
That's basically it. Like, yeah, I'm part of the movie, guys. I'm not the chosen one, but I'm here for fan service.
I'm gonna be the chosen one, but not really. You know what I mean?
Oh god, dude.
I know you have a really, really bad thing for that version of Liu Kang.
This Liu Kang, yeah, this Liu Kang sucks balls.
What about like the other characters though? Because I think like the one that was probably the best one had to be like Kano.
Yeah, Kano was
probably like the best one for me.
Kano was
I know
the
one. I don't know why they always do this to him. My boy Reptile. Why the fuck do they always do this to him?
That's not even Reptile. That's a fucking mini Godzilla, dude. That's a fucking mini Godzilla. They put they saw the movie. They saw the movie Godzilla versus Kong, and you know what? They got the what's it called? they saw how they made Godzilla in that movie, and you know what? They thought, hey, you know what? What if we make Godzilla but smaller, and they just put him like in a humanoid form, and put him in the movie, and then he gets his heart ripped out by Kano.
I mean, that was like a pretty cool scene.
That's a fucking awesome scene.
That's an awesome scene, though. Not gonna lie, that's a good scene.
But what the fuck?
I know you were extremely, because I saw you in the movie, and you were like, what the fuck?
I mean, I hoping that was not actually reptile, and I'm hoping that was just like one of the part of the reptile race.
Oh, you mean the Saurians?
Yeah, I hope that was just part of the Saurians and not actually reptile. But if it was actually reptile, then what the fuck were you thinking?
I don't know why they decided though. I don't know why most they like to make reptile look like that though.
Why are you meaning Godzilla? What the fuck?
I mean, I'm just saying I don't mind seeing reptile look like an actual reptile. I don't mind that. But it's like I know some people really, really get upset at that.
But,
it's case in point, this guy right next to me.
But it was like, cause it was like a mixture of Godzilla and just a huge ass salamander in one body. Like he looked buffed as hell. But it's like I don't think that's how he looks. Like if you remember like other how he's designed in the movies, I mean the video games, like he actually looks like a lizard.
Uh-huh.
And like in this movie, he didn't. He just again he looked like a fucking Godzilla kind of species. I'm like, why would you do this?
Fuck, this is visual representation of this shit, motherfucker.
And I was just disappointed because he also died very quickly. There wasn't actually like a.
Hey, at least he went out like in a pretty cool way.
Yeah, he died in a pretty cool
Keep
way.
in mind, he died in a pretty cool way. Though.
There was a pretty cool fatality, but it was like, why? And but yeah, I think Kano was the best character there in the movie. I think he had I think he was the funny guy.
He was.
He was a comic relief of the movie.
Yeah, but he was pretty cool. I'll say that.
Yeah, he had pretty awesome scenes too. Like he had pretty good moments when they're at the table just discussing, like with Kung Lao and Liu Kang.
Oh, you mean like their powers and stuff?
Yeah, like the powers and stuff. Then Liu Kang and Kung Lao insulting Ken at his face, which was pretty funny. Like I think I like how both Liu Kang and Kung Lao insult people. Like, you know how in Mortal Kombat 11 they just throw out insults?
Yeah, I know Liu Kang also like really like he actually like makes fun of you, but he makes fun of you like in the Shaolin way.
Yeah.
Like it's like kind of subtle, but not really.
Like he's straightforward, but at the same time he's not.
I mean, he's pretty straightforward with his roast though.
Yeah.
He knows how to roast your ass.
He knows how to roast.
Literally.
and that's why I kind of liked in the movie because he basically just straight up roasts Kano. He and Kung Lao just straight up roast him. And that was funny. It's like, okay, they're working together, like Shaolin monks working together. That's funny. That's a funny moment. And but yeah, I think Kano was basically the best character in the movie, in the film. Besides him, I would say Kung Lao, but you know how that ended. Cause
I'm sorry, Kung Lao.
I'm really sorry, Kung Lao.
We've already mentioned this before.
I'm really sorry, Kung Lao. You didn't have to die this way. You didn't have to die, my man. You don't deserve this.
You don't deserve
this treatment, to be honest. He really doesn't. I mean, I think that was worse than Reptile. That's what happened to Kung Lao. That's basically what NetherRealm or whoever's in charge of writing Kung Lao thinks of Kung Lao. It's just ripping his heart out and just throwing it to the floor.
I don't know why they always do that to the poor Kung Lao.
I really
I don't know why they do it, but you know what? Fuck it. Now it's become a meme nowadays.
It's a fucking meme. It's routine at this point. But the movie was good.
I'll say it's good. I would watch it again just because you know what? I just like to fuck around the whole place.
I like the fight scenes. I'll say that. I like the fight scenes. Characters. I mean. Look at him.
I mean, fuck.
Just fuck, dude.
You're like, characters have mixed feelings.
I think they could have done so much, but I guess because it's their first movie and like it's a reboot, and I guess they're testing the waters. Which also they involved a new characters. Like I guess that works. But I guess the biggest thing I didn't like about the movie is that there was no tournament. It was just random fight scenes.
Oh yeah, that is true. There is no tournament.
There is no tournament, and that's what Mortal Kombat is all about. Is you know, a tournament to determine the fate of the universe.
Realms.
The realms.
Realms, please.
To determine the fate of Earth Realm, and you need this final tournament to see if Earth Realm, you know, wins it all or not, or if they're free. But that never happens in this movie. It's just like, oh yeah, these are the characters, they fight, that's it.
I mean, I think they did it like that because you should already know the characters by this point, right?
Well, yeah, but if you're new to the series, like, oh, you're introducing the series to somebody, it's like, okay, this is him and him. This guy died. This guy died at the end of the movie. Cool. And
Do you think Shao Kahn's gonna be like in the next movie though?
I hope so, cause
And do you think? Oh well, they're obviously gonna give the spotlight to Cole. Sorry, Liu Kang, you're not getting the spotlight here, man. Do you think? Well, do you think? Do you think Liu Kang's like gonna give him like a fight though?
if he's gonna get a fight,
Yeah. Do you think he's gonna be able to have?
I mean, I think everybody's gonna have a fight. It just depends how long the fight will be, cause I think mostly, and I think this is leading to it. Cole's gonna fight the main guys. Like he's gonna have the longest fights, is what I mean. Or that's what it seems like, and then the rest are gonna have shorter versions of their fight. And what I don't hope happens is that it's not a clusterfuck of fight, that they show one scene, then one scene of another fight, then another scene of another fight, and then it all ends in one scene.
Oh, okay.
So like in this movie, like they show a lot of scenes of the fights, but they didn't show the entirety of the fight. So I mean, like the fights were so short because they had to show the other fights. But if Liu Kang does have one, like I hope he has a good one. And like I hope he actually ends in the fatality of sorts, like in the good fatality of Liu Kang doing some cool shit. I don't think he's gonna die. I hope not.
Oh.
I hope not. But because if he dies, then this movie's gonna be like a 0 out of 10 or a negative 1 out of 10.
God damn, savage.
But like I what I hope for this new movie is that good fight scenes, because that's what Mortal Kombat is, like good fights. That's what I hope for. Good characters, obviously. You need to establish who your good character is. Your funny character is obviously gonna be Johnny Cage because he was teased at the end of the movie. So I'm hoping Johnny Cage is a fucking comic relief. He should be.
Oh yeah, Kano. Like, sorry, spoiler alert.
Okay, yeah, Kano dies.
If you haven't seen the movie, I'm sorry.
Cause Kano.
Kano was cool, but he died.
Yeah.
He kind of needed to. Well, he didn't need to, but he died.
Yeah, he didn't need to, but he died. Unless he's somehow revived, brought back. I'm looking forward to that. Cause like Melina got wasted in the movie. Melina wasn't really a character in the movie.
You're like wasted. Wait, hold on. I have two definitions of wasted. Wasted as in she got fucked up.
No, she got both, bro. she got wasted. Like, oh yeah, like this is Melina. We're gonna introduce her. Then she dies, like very suddenly, very quickly, and it's like there's no establishing that she was a threat at all. She was just there to fight somebody else.
Right.
And she's now dead. So good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you.
I'm just getting back to the save right now, because I'm actually almost done with this chapter, but it's kind of like a little bit long.
Damn, pardon.
That's what it's like. It's like a little bit long, because I got finished like doing all other stuff like.
You
like,
fool.
That's like down here, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it in the time that we have here. So I'm probably just gonna save it for next time, because I don't know, because I'm actually almost done with the game.
Hell yeah.
I have this part and then one final chapter, which is just a gauntlet of enemy after enemy after enemies, which for me, like, it's cool. I don't mind. It just shows how powerful I got. Oh, what is this?
Yeah,
So, hold on, let me just pick up all this shit that I got right here, and I'll be done. Damn, did you get out that off your chest?
And then most of it.
Most of it. No, wait, there's more.
The Kang's a chump.
We dubbed him Chump Kang.
Piece of shit. He's not a champ, he's a chump.
Oh wow, this place is open. Holy shit.
Motherfucker.
Oh wow, I'm glad I came back here. Nice. Just pick up all this shit. Thanks. They're prepping me for war.
Indeed. Good things are to come.
Fuck, stays back. I remember being here in the beginning of the game. Nothing here. Alright. Alright, well, let me just get the fuck out of here. I'll save. I'll let you cool off because I know you don't like Liu Kang.
Fuck!
That Liu Kang, not the other Liu Kang.
No! Fine.
Just as a quick question, do you like MK9 Liu Kang more or MK11 Liu Kang?
On K11 for sure. Look at NK11 Liu Kang has a better personality to me. He shows more personality than K9.
Cue a picture of Liu Kang just being muscular without a shirt.
Ultimate pecs.
He's got a big personality.
I am the chosen one.
Oh, that guy is the chosen one.
That guy is truly the chosen one.
So, more of the story. Jay doesn't like Mortal Kombat Liu Kang, like the movie reboot, but he likes the other Liu Kang.
Yeah, game Liu Kang is awesome. Movie Liu Kang is trash. We'll see you guys at the next shit, boy.
See?